the Packers visit the Big Easy to take on the Saints, who are without Drew Brees for the first time since 2005. It's the start of a new era in New Orleans, and it's only on EA Sports.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment?
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First drive coming up here for this New Orleans Saints offense. And leading about a quarterback here in 2021 in his 7th NFL season, it's Jameis Winston.
This is a big change for everyone in the Bayou country, because Drew Brees is no longer the starting quarterback, so there'll be a new starter for the first time since 2006 for the Saints. Jameis Winston, as we all know, unlimited potential, has a 5,100-yard season on his resume in Tampa. But turnovers, that's the biggest part he's got to change. If he does that, he could take the reins and really run with them in New Orleans.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Throwing, Winston. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Room past the 20, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. shotgun, it's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
51 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave you the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The kick by Crosby is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. The completion there for Winston. And Jameis, of course, kind of such a boom or bust proposition at the quarterback position. He can light you up or he can give games away. So defensively, what's the mindset with a quarterback like that?
But for me, it's playing more coverage than it is blitzing him, because I think that he has so much confidence in his arm. He may take an extra chance or two. And if you have enough guys downfield, you get those tip balls, or you're able to make a play on the football at the point where the ball gets to the receiver, then you've got a chance to make some good plays against Jameis.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And how about for Alvin Kamara? Another great year that he's coming off of as an all-around player, but especially as a pass catcher. 81 receptions each of his first 3 NFL seasons. Last year added 2 more to finish with 83, the most by any running back in the NFL. An awfully dangerous man in the open field.
He's got Smith here. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Will Lutz on for the field goal of 32 yards.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. These two teams all tied after 1. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 40 now on second down. Winston looking here for Smith downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson from 13-yard out. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Here's Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 113 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
And Crosby puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston. Looking long for Thomas. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, like so many...
Oh, this is blocked. And the Packers have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
We might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost himself some yardage there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Here's Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a nifty catch there for a first down by Michael Thomas. Still getting used to the fact that it's not Drew Brees throwing him passes. Never really 100% in 2020. Battled some injuries along the way. Ended up only suiting up for 7 games. 40 catches. That's a tough drop because in 2019 had 149 catches, an NFL record.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
First down to the 37-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw there taken in by Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, it's Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, Winston. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the Bengals who were able to pick up the victory at home. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. The Broncos looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Jimmy Garoppolo, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they've had their way running the football, well over 100 yards already as a team, with 2 more quarters still to come. Meanwhile, for the Saints, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon in charge.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Rodgers now to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
173 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. This is Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On third down, Jones. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. The kick by Crosby is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Jameis Winston and the Saints ready to go back again on offense. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On third down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on her. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. Bulldozes past him. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tonyan. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. And they'll get this down to the 10. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
And another nice catch there for a first down by Davante Adams. That's something we're quite familiar with. Last year, the NFL leader in touchdown catches with 18, tied for 2nd in receptions, 5th in receiving yards, and arguably the top receiver in the NFL.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. They didn't want to tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now Winston. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It appears they found something that's worked. And they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He should. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Saints punter now. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. On 2nd down, it's Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Time again to see Jameis Winston in this Saints offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jachai Polite. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On the check down, he finds Kamara. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A quick throw here out to Cobb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down now, it's Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A give to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction. All of a sudden, they're down.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Winston and the Saints now.
Down 20-16. A little over a minute to go. Now Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston to throw.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the first down, but he's brought down in play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Winston. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Green Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.